Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Delphine here. So today is day three of the my 10 days Go Live digital business journey. And today I'm going to release the result of the survey that I actually posted up yesterday. Let me see. Okay, so today's day three. And the survey question is actually what is the one thing that you do not think it is possible to achieve in your life? I think there could be a lot of things that we always think that, oh, I can't do it. I won't have it. I don't think I can do it. No, 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 it's not for me. Even though, in our heart, it's quite badly that we want it to happen to us, we want to achieve it, or we want to have that certain thing. Okay, be it something that is very physical, or something that we want it in the future, or things like that. We always think that we want it. So the want is actually very I would say it's very individually personalized. Okay, because some people, when they want something, they work towards it to achieve it eventually, so they have a plan how they want to achieve that want, and eventually makes it as it is mine. Okay, but for some certain percentage of people, when they want something, they just think about it. Okay, I want this. Okay, I might want a Gucci bag, or I might want a holiday, next month, or I might want to have go to this hotel to have this Michelin star, 4 star or 3 stars, or 5 star restaurant to eat. So it's a want, but they are not working hard to make that want a reality in a way. So over here in this digital business, whatever we want, we are working hard to build that want, that we really want. We are going to make that happen in a way. So these three questions that I have posted up yesterday, one of them is, own your dream house and be mortgage free. Okay, and the second question is actually, build your retirement fund earlier than you are expected. Okay, for example, if you are in your 30s, and then you have already thought, you know at what age you want to retire. So you start to have a plan on it and start to achieve it within your plan, just like how we work. In work life, we also plan ahead when we are doing a certain project, so it works similarly. Yeah, so the third question is actually, let me say, ah be your own boss and earn within your own schedule, and take care of your children or your family, of your loved ones, at the same time. So do you think it's possible? All these three possibility, what is the most possible one, or most impossible one, that you think that you won't be able to achieve it? So I have 9 votes actually for own your dream house and be mortgage free. This is the highest vote, that people think that it is not possible for them to actually own a dream house and be mortgage free. And the second one, fourth vote, no, the second one is actually be your own boss. This has 5 votes out of 9, out of the many. Okay, and the third one is actually build a retirement fund. So most of the people who took the survey find that owning their own dream house and being mortgage free is very difficult. I actually thought so too. My that was actually my choice as well. I think before I started this digital business to run my own business, because having even a house or a property, your own property, be mortgage free in Singapore, is actually very, very difficult. Okay, the housing prices is always going up. I still remember when I got married and bought our first home. It was about 450, 400 plus to 500K for a new 5 room executive flat. So it comes with 3 bedrooms, a big hall, a big dining area, and a sizable kitchen. I would say it is really sizable because it's long, so it can accommodate maybe people working in the kitchen is still fine. Okay, so nowadays kitchens are very small, really very small. One person go in, second person cannot go in. Okay, so it is quite sizable and comfortable. I bought that house initially as my newlywed home, because I wanted to have a lot of kids. Okay, at that time, so we bought a 5 room executive one, and it cost about there 400 plus 500. So for a 2 person working, with Singapore, way of managing our retirement funds and things like that, we have something called CPF. Okay, so it's called Central Provident Fund. So CPF will, so government will help you to save a certain amount of money, set aside in their bank, so called, and you can use that for your housing. So we have that features for us to actually pay for our housing, and I think that is still okay for me. But to pay off that 500K by the age of 30, 40 years old, I wouldn't think that is possible. Okay, so at that time, that was about 16 years ago, it was about 400, 500K. But nowadays, even normal HDB flats is very, very expensive for new built HDB flats, which is much, 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 much more smaller. Okay, it could hardly accommodate, I think, four people, not to say even five, for a family of five. I think it will be very squeezy. Okay, and it's very, very small. It could cost up to 700, $800. And a lot of people are actually also, so-called fighting for you for that particular flat at the same time, even at that cost. There are houses that there are flats that actually in Singapore that cost much, much more than that. So I also started to worry about how in the future my kids is going to afford to actually buy a house and be mortgage free by the time they actually retire. I would think, frankly speaking, I would think it's really not possible, because based on just our basic salary, you have to pay, you have your own expenses as well, you have your daily expenses, money expenses, and whatever loan that you have on top of mortgage loan. How are you going to pay? When you have kids, you even have more things that you have to pay. So it's really impossible to actually be mortgage free then. So I think that's the reason why so many people actually voted for this. Yeah, which is really impossible. But if you start to break out from the norm, by working as an employer and start building your own passive income, for example, starting your own business, doing a side hustle and all this, then it is possible actually. Okay, because your side hustle on top of your main job salary, on a combined basis, because side hustle usually grows much faster, okay, at a faster pace and more than our main job salary. So being on a combined basis or even on a standalone basis, it is possible, definitely. Okay, so second one that people think that is not possible is actually build your own, be your own boss, and earn within your schedule and take care of your children at the same time. For me, I would think that if you are able to own your own dream house and be mortgage free, all this will fall in place on its own, frankly speaking. Because once you're mortgage free, you are off paying from such a big debt. And whatever you are earning from your main income or from your side hustle, you can actually, have more savings. You can start to be your own boss and then work within the schedule that you want. You don't need to report to anybody, and you can take care of your kids anytime. So things actually flows from one to another. So which is more important, for us to actually get rid of? Usually we try to get rid of our debts first, because instead of paying just the main loan that we are loaning from, we are actually paying a lot on the interest as well. That's why we took a long time. We usually take a long time to pay off mortgage loan. But if you have a side hustle or a passive income that comes in, you get to pay your mortgage loan in a huge amount, like 20, 30,000, 40, 50,000. It is possible. In this digital business, I have seen a lot of people actually building this digital business and pay off a lot of their mortgage debt within years. It is possible. Okay, they even buy a new house, paying off the existing mortgage debt. They even bought a new house, they even bought new cars. So it is possible, but of course all this comes with hard work, and it doesn't just work out overnight. You still have to be committed to running this digital business, put in some effort, some time. Nothing comes free, or nothing comes without an effort. Let's put it that way. Okay. Third one that people think that it is not least possible is build your retirement fund earlier than expected. I think with a lot of people, nowadays doing actually a lot of side job, picking up here and there, doing some investment, or these are all called passive income. That's why passive income is actually very, very important, regardless of how your passive income is built. You can do it in a property investment, you can do it in your CPF investment or unit trust investment. Of course, those are some risk taking that you will have to be take note of and be careful of. And some people, they do online sales as well. They do sales, selling of things online. Then of course that takes off more time from you. So it really depends on what you want eventually, and what are you looking at after running your side hustle. What is that thing that you want to achieve? For me and for most of my friends, I would call them, or business partner, when they join in this digital business, what they actually want is the time flexibility, location freedom. That means you are able to work anytime, anywhere. Then you're still able to build an extra income on top of your existing income, or without an existing income, you have the extra income. Because if you don't have a side hustle, you won't have any income at all. It's zero. Okay, so when you have that side hustle, be it a few $100, $500 to $1,000, is still an income that you get to have, or you get to save eventually. So we always say, in Chinese saying, we will say 积少成多. So which means that you save from little and it becomes a big amount. So that is how actually a lot of people, having a main job, they do have another source of income, in order to increase or fasten the pace of their building their retirement fund, their educational fund, or the mortgage loan fund, or whatever funds they want. So this is actually quite, I would say, effective in reaching the targets, or reaching the aim, or actually achieving the want that we want in life, and not dreaming just that want. Okay, so to look at how things, what are the things that you actually think that it is not possible to achieve in your life, and what is it that you want. Start thinking about this, because if you ever think that, let's say owning a house, be mortgage free, is impossible, then how are you going to work on it to make it possible? Everything in life, nothing is impossible, seriously. If you break up I'm if you break up impossible into three-letter word, is I am possible. Okay, so think the mindset of thinking is also very important. So start thinking, not just impossible, but make it I am possible, so that whatever you want in life will still be possible. Okay, so moving forward, today ends sharing of the result of the survey. Tomorrow I will have another go live sharing as well, so do tune in. I have a sharing on at 7 p.m. as well as another sharing at 6 p.m., also at my Facebook page. So do tune in to both sharings, and I will see you tomorrow again for another topics. Okay, see you. Bye.